Pickle, we talked about how there's really two real hotbeds of Texas high school football this weekend. One of them out there in the big country in the Abilene area. The other one in San Antonio. And one of the big games going down Friday night in Harlandale is the matchup of unbeatens for what may be the District 14 5A Division II crown. Let's go to the hotline, Pickle. Let's talk with the head coach of the unbeaten Harlandale Indians. We're joined by we got him? We're joined by Coach
Yes,
Albert.
I'm
Gotcha.
here.
Joined by Coach Albert Torres. Coach, how are you?
I'm doing good, doing good. How you doing?
We're doing great. How are things in beautiful San Antonio?
It's going all right. You know what? It's the weather is getting cooler, so that's a good thing.
Oh, absolutely, most certainly. And the other thing that has been heating up for you guys is the Indians. It's good football you guys are playing right now here at 6-0 on the year. I'm curious, coming into the season, did you anticipate that this could be the kind of year where you guys really make some noise?
Well, last year we only had 10 seniors
Mm.
on the team, and so there was a lot of juniors that got a lot of playing experience. And so, we talked about it in off season that this could be a special year if they worked hard and had a good off season, and it's kind of coming out that way. So we have a lot of experience. A lot of players played a lot last year, and they're doing a good job right now.
You mentioned those seniors because I look up and down your roster, and especially the guys that you've really been relying on for to playmakers, and it does senior, 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 senior. How important is it? Obviously, these guys have that type of experience and the type of playmaking ability and the knowledge of the scheme, but how important is that leadership aspect to what you guys have been able to accomplish?
One of the things that we always talk to our kids is that a team is only as good as especially if it's heavy senior, that if it's senior led, and so we constantly allow them to lead the team. We talk about it, and so you're right. It's important that the seniors lead the team, and we're working on that, and so far so good.
Talking with Albert Torres, the head coach of the San Antonio Harlandale Indians here on Texas Football Today. Get involved in the conversation at hashtag TF Today. Coach, one of those seniors that I want to make sure we mention is your quarterback, Jacob Saucedo, and a guy who has been really exceptional for you guys. 1,200-yard passer. He's also got 8 touchdowns on the ground as well. The numbers are impressive. We watched a little bit of tape on him, and he's a fun player to watch. What is it about your quarterback, Jacob Saucedo, that makes him special?
One of the things is that he's got some deceptive mobility. I wouldn't say he's a running quarterback, but at times he's shown that he can run, and he sees the field well, and is pretty accurate. So he can extend plays, and that's one of the things that has helped us is having that aspect of being able to extend plays and find open receivers.
Another senior that you guys lean on heavily on the offensive side is your running back Zion Molina, a guy who's averaging right around 100 yards a game. He's a workhorse for you guys. What is it? How important is he and really the entire running game to what you guys look to accomplish and establish each Friday night?
And it's not cliche, but we try to run a balanced offense, and Zion allows us to do that, and he truly is one of the two top hardest workers on our program, has great work ethic, and I love seeing the success that he's having. But I'm not surprised because as hard he works in the weight room and in the classroom. He's ranked number 6 in the class as a senior, and so he does just a great job, and we depend on him a whole bunch.
On the other side of the ball, your defense has been really strong all year long. You guys have been able to really dominate defensively. On the defensive side, what on that defensive side has you most excited heading forward into the real heart of district play?
The guy that we look to on defense, the other guy that is just again hard worker, great work ethic is Nico Rodriguez, number
Mm-hmm.
30. Does a great job on our defense. But I would say that the really the point that makes them all work hard and get excited is they play well together. They've learned our scheme, what we're trying to do, and they ride to the ball. Because you look up and down our roster, and we don't have what looks like we don't have any D1 guys, but it's just a bunch of good, hard working and get after it in high school football players, and we enjoy seeing them play defense, and they're exciting.
It's funny. There's some teams across the state who haven't played a district game yet. You guys have been playing you guys are about to play your sixth because of the 10-team district. You guys, they're 14-5A Division 2. I want to go back to one game that I feel like, from the outside, was a real inflection point for you guys, which was back in week 4, where you guys went on the road to Sam Houston and got a 38-20 win in a game that you guys ran out to an early lead, and then Sam Houston came roaring back and very nearly caught you guys from behind, but you guys were able to pull away and get the win. I'm curious, going back to that game, what you feel like maybe you learned about your team from that.
Well, one of the things that and you're right, we took off. We had a good first quarter, and Sam Houston being what I expect, those kids worked hard, and those coaches coach hard, and they almost came back, it reminded of our kids that we'd been in the situation before, last year, and just keep working your offense, keep working your defense, keep grinding away, and good things would happen, and I'm glad that they stayed poised. And that was probably the number one thing, because they stayed poised and kept grinding, and we finally had some stops. Finally had some first downs, leading touchdowns, and we pulled away there in the fourth quarter.
It's a big one tomorrow night, though, at Harlandale Memorial Stadium in a matchup of unbeatens, as you guys will take on the undefeated and now state-ranked Alamo Heights Mules. I know you guys have been working on your game plan all week. I don't want you to give away any trade secrets, but when you take a look at what you guys are going to be up against tomorrow night against Alamo Heights, I'm curious what you see.
Yeah, Alamo Heights, Coach Ritterman does a great job. He's developing a powerhouse over there, and they're just a very solid team. I know people say that they had, they're rebuilding. They had a great team, last year, but you look up down the roster and the way they're playing, they're not rebuilding.
Mm-hmm.
They have just as good as players as they had last year, and they're doing a great job. So they're just a solid team from top to bottom. Any position that you want to talk about, they're just very solid, and we're going to have to play our best. And our kids, we talk about the challenge that they have in front of them, and look forward to the opportunity.
He's Albert Torres. He is the head coach of the undefeated Harlandale Indians. Coach, we sure appreciate your time. Congratulations again on such a great start to the season, and go get them tomorrow night.
Thank you very much for having me, and go Indians.
There he goes. Albert Torres, head coach, the Harlandale Indians, join us here on Texas Football Today. They are in a really interesting spot, because I think their defense is going to hold them in this game. Mm-hmm. This is what's interesting about this, and I think Step and I talked about it on Tep and Step. They have run through that win over Sam Houston's really important.
Yes,
because that's a top half of the district team. Mm-hmm. Their schedule's pretty backloaded.
Yes,
that they go Alamo Heights tomorrow night, Burbank, Jefferson, and then the Frontier Bowl against McCollum in the season finale. I think Step and I described this game. This is a don't fall into the soup game. Mm-hmm. Right now, these two teams are up at the top of the standings. The 10-team district is wild and woolly. They're up at the top of the standings. If you win this game, you're almost certainly making the playoffs. You can feel good about it. Even if everything goes cattywampus down the stretch, you feel good about making the playoffs. If you lose this game, especially if you're Harlandale, you fall back into the soup, and then suddenly these games against Burbank and Jefferson and McCollum, and God forbid that game against McCollum is a big game, right? Mm-hmm. Final Saturday of the season. This is I think there's a huge game for Harlandale, and I think they can do it. I think this team is for real, and I think that defense is for real. And that's why I'm buying in on them. I think it's a fascinating game between Harlandale and Alamo Heights, and I'm really excited to see what happens there. And I think being at home helps. I think, seriously, being at Harlandale Memorial Stadium helps them as well. So I'm excited to see what Coach Albert Torres and those Indians, who we appreciate his time.
Thanks so much for watching that video. If you would like more and to be notified when they come out, go ahead and click that subscribe button right down there. You can also watch Texas Football Today every day live at noon on TexasFootball.com, Facebook, Twitch, and right here on YouTube. For more of the best coverage of Texas football in the Lone Star State, go to TexasFootball.com/subscribe.